Hello everyone, Thomas's Wood Adventures 1945 here, and today I'm here with another layout video, but this layout video is a bit different because it's my new Tales from the Averageton Railway layout. Now if you remember the last 5 episodes of Tales of the Averageton Railway from the end of season 1, you'll know that it was basically all just taking place at at the Averageton railway station, the main one, and none of them really moved away apart from when Dan had his accident and when he was also in the works. It was basically just a set that I put together. And this one is an actual layout for the next 5 episodes, because the adventures will be taking places everywhere else. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into the layout. So here we are at... oh, just wait. There's a couple of new characters, so I've just placed them around the layout. This is South Kensington Sheds. It's been upgraded since the last one. So here's the main shed. Here's an extra side. I don't know what that's doing there. This is nothing to do with me. I'm going to put that over there, because this is what's meant to be here. Yeah, it looks a bit strange, but it'll all be mentioned in good time. So here's the main sheds. Here's another side shed for another new character. And you might be thinking, TWA, that's just Whiff. Well, Emily, the Emerald Engine, doesn't appear in my series. She appeared in that one movie called Sterling that literally took me 3 seconds to think of. I used her tender and mixed it with Whiff to make this new character. You can see there's Richard, there's Simpleson, there's a new character who's going to be just Murdoch. There's Hugo, also known as Zeppelin. There's Gerald. Here is a new really large engine. You've just got to pretend that there isn't this gap in Edward's face there. It's just one big, huge locomotive and then a tender. I haven't thought of a name for him yet. But anyway, over here, here's Lee, who appeared, I think, in the last episode. The last episode, not the, I mean as in the end, last episode, but the last episode, I think it was either number 5. I think, yeah, number 5. Lee, the average tender engine. So here's Lee, and just in case you haven't seen the bottom of him, that's what it looks like. Over here is a tunnel which leads to where my poor attempt at Flying Scotsman is. So it's just Henry mixed with the Sodor Coal Company truck, and I just printed out some British Railway logos. Then there's a brake van back there. Here's a yard. Here's a diesel shunter that I'm calling Margaret. And then moving down, here's Jane the Crane, who's an own creation character crane from my series, from my regular series, Thomas's Wood Adventures. So that's Jane, and she's just here for set dressing. Further down, here's a set of points. The left goes to another set of points, which is this siding where this new engine called Majestic is. Then there's this small turntable. There's Fred. There's his brother Frederick. There's the number 17 tram. There's Cooper, the American, I think he's American, large express engine. There's a pannier tank called Swindon. There's I'm thinking of maybe a whole class or a star class. But whatever the class it's going to be, this is called Ollie. And a little bit of spoilers, but he will appear in my season 2 finale. No, I think it's season 3 finale movie about how Thomas came to Sodor. Then here's a tiny little engine that I thought of a name of. And I've decided to call this Jane. And I don't think I've added Jenny. Yeah, Jenny. And I haven't put a name on the bottom, so I keep on forgetting. Moving across. Here we are at the updated works. It's not as big as the one that Dan was repaired at, but this is the South Kensington works. And speaking of Dan, here's Dan, and it says Dan on the bottom. Speaking of Dan at the works, there's another engine at the works being built, and this is going to be a new character called Jimmy. Then back there, oh yes, here's the junction. And here's Toby, that is called Tobias in my Tales of the Averageton Railway series. There's Trev, the traction engine. These two platforms just end, and then there's this one that goes all the way around. So I'll get on with this first. The express will depart from South Kensington. So this says South Kensington Railway Station, because I was just trying out names. The express will depart and go all the way across this bridge. And speaking of the express, here's Jet pulling the express, coming around over the toll loading lift bridge, across onto here where there's this rival railway that's starting up, across. I will eventually put in a new support when I find one. Then there's this mine treasure thing that I got from the Treasure at the Mine set, and it comes around and down and around and up this hill called Barrow Hill. Then it comes down and there's a workshop there, and then it goes over the bridge to Sodor. Here's some buses, so let's go back to South Kensington. So here's the main line, and it just goes down and up and over this bridge and straight down. Then it comes to this T-switch, and it goes under the line that the express was going over. And here's Breakdown Bill. Going back over here, the express would depart from this station and go down here, not go around and go down there, but it would depart from there, go down here, up and over, down, and you can see here's Doncaster Station, and this line goes down under here and into 2, then this line goes down and into 2, and then this one that the express goes straight down onto what I'm calling platform 0. So here we have my Virgin Pendolino here at Doncaster Station. And I'm just trying to move over. The express will come down here past what I'm calling Doncaster Ironworks, which is not yet complete for obvious reasons. And the express will go down here. But this line here is special because, well, not really that special. These two here on either side are special. This one is very bumpy and everything. because this is not for high speed trains. This is just for goods trains and small passenger trains, and they go over this bump and onto this bad section of rail, across this crossing where the high speed rail lines go, and down here. So we'll go down there in a minute. Here's the ice cream factory. Here's the windmill. And moving back over here, there's Paxton, who I'm just calling a diesel in Tales of the Averageton Railway. So this is the branch line bit in the middle, and these are the two high-speed lines. And then it comes down, and the high-speed lines cross over to here, so then they're running parallel, and the branch line goes, the branch part of the line goes down onto this really curvy section of track because I ran out of straight. There's some fire vehicles here because there was a fire at the sheds that I'm calling York sheds. Here's York. And the two high-speed rail lines are here. And one goes right through, another one goes right through, and one just ends in buffers. I think that's actually a cool shot there. So they go through, and here's where the junction is. And these two tracks go into, just wait a minute. These two tracks go into York sheds. Here's Roger. And Roger has had an updated face. So it's not just paper / 2D. It's actually 3D now. And I'll just turn off the light a bit. There we go. So that's what his face looks now. It looks really funny. But I'm just going to put him in York sheds and put this coach here. So there we go. So it just ends up in a big, huge loop. So no matter where you go, you're going to end up back. The express trains will then go down here and go back there. But if you're going up here, it'll go around and back under. And then there's 3 choices of line. So from here. So you could go this way. Or you could go straight ahead to where the Pendolino is and this other platform. Let's go back over to South Kensington because there's no point in showing Doncaster because there was an earthquake. Not a real earthquake, but a pretend earthquake, and this is what happened to Doncaster. So, back we go. So here we are. And also, if I just move over, the last 5 episodes just had Mr. Percival, the controller, as this tiny little man, and I decided it was a bit hard to see, so I went for a Lego minifigure style, and this is going to be Mr. Percival from now on. So you could just imagine a scene taking place here, and they have the engines already setting off. So that's what I've got for now. So there's some coaches here, there's Flying Scotsman again. And I don't really think there's anything much to show. So I'm going to put it here, the camera here, and you can have a look at Simpleton, Richard, Murdoch, Zeppelin, and Gerald. So I hope you all enjoyed this video, and Tales of the Averageton Railway, the next 5 episodes before season 3 begins. will come along very shortly. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thomas's Wood Adventures 1945 signing off.